The announcement landed like an unexpected downpour. Carlo Ancelotti, the composed Italian whose very presence usually smooths tensions, has made a selection that ripped open Brazil's footballing fabric. He has placed his chips on Vinicius Jr., the Quicksilver winger he nurtured and defended at Real Madrid, and in doing so has effectively pushed Neymar, the nation's historic scorer and the face of a generation, toward the periphery. This isn't a small tactical nudge. It reads as a conscious bet on youth style and a coach's comfort. Ancelotti knows Vinicius' instincts, his bursts of chaos that become goals, the ways he stretches defences into bewildered shapes. He also knows the value of a locker room that sings from the same hymn sheet. So the coach has introduced a hard choice. Build the Selecao around a player he trusts and risk angering millions, or keep a living legend happy and risk a fractured dressing room where a superstar's presence casts a shadow over the project. For Brazil, where football is threaded through childhood memories and national identity, players aren't just athletes, they are banners people rally under. That is why sidelining Neymar feels less like a sporting decision and more like cultural sacrilege to many. The friction did not stay polite or private. Neymar's public reply to being left out, a barbed social post equal parts irony and provocation, made the split loud and unmistakable. Ancelotti, in turn, has cited physical concerns, the kind of technical explanation that satisfies official forms but rarely quiets hungry critics. Beneath the statements and social media stingers sits a deeper gamble. The coach has surrounded himself with men from the Madrid corridor. Vinicius, Rodrigo, and others whose temperament and tactical DNA mirror the system he trusts. Comfort matters when you have a short window to remake a team. It's easier to teach patterns to familiar souls. But in Brazil, comfort is measured differently, in chance, in nostalgia, in the faces of children wearing a number on their backs. Those faces still belong to Neymar for many, and a coach who appears to cast that number aside steps into a political arena as much as a sporting one. This is where risk explodes into consequence. Federations weigh public opinion, sponsors watch brand sentiment, pundits prime the narrative, and terraces turn whispers into roars. History is a stern teacher. Few managers thrive after tangling publicly with the crowd's hero. So Ancelotti's choice is not only about systems and sprinting runs, it is a confrontation with an institution stronger than tactics. What could happen? If Vinicius grows into the fulcrum the coach expects, supplying pace, goals and chemistry, Ancelotti will be praised for daring and foresight. A renewer who pivoted Brazil into a younger, hungrier epoch. If, however, the experiment stalls and Neymar becomes the banner for a backlash, the project could splinter. Players distracted, fans split, and the coach's mandate eroded until resignation or dismissal becomes the tidy end. Between those outcomes sits an ugly middle, a selection that neither wins trophies nor public approval, a limbo that feels like failure. Ancelotti insists his reasons are surgical and necessary, that a cohesive unit matters more than an individual name on the team sheet. Neymar insists he is fit, that a mission is technical and unjust. The drama is therefore both procedural and profoundly personal. The coming weeks will reveal which truth the nation chooses to live by, the legend's claim to permanence or the coach's plea for renewal. In Brazil, where matches are ceremonies and players become myth, the answer will arrive not only in training reports and medical notes, but in stadium noise, TV debates and the slow, unforgiving arithmetic of public sentiment. When icons and authority collide, the scorched earth can be wide, and whether Ancelotti's calm wager becomes a masterstroke or the decision that ends his reign will be the story the Selecao and an entire country must write together.